The female CEO had just hung up the phone when a little girl on the street caught her attention. She walked over curiously and asked why the girl needed a toolbox. The girl said she wanted to earn money by repairing computers. The CEO asked how much she needed. The girl said $150. The CEO pretended it was too expensive and turned to leave, but the girl quickly called out to her. She explained she had already compared prices in 10 markets. Her price was the cheapest. She had already earned $50. Now she only needed the CEO to invest $100. Moved by her sincerity, the CEO handed over the money, but she set two conditions. First, the girl must pay $5 interest after 3 days. Second, she must show her the repair results. The girl agreed without hesitation. The CEO never imagined this small act of kindness would change her destiny. 3 days later, the girl waited at the hotel with her toolbox, but even into the night the CEO never showed up. The girl swore to herself she would find her and repay the kindness. 18 years passed. Now the CEO faced angry workers demanding wages. She asked her secretary where the company funds had gone. Just then her 2 adopted children walked in. She immediately asked if they knew what happened to the money, but instead of their usual obedience they betrayed her. They said if she transferred the company to them.
况且你已经这么老，根本就不适合再做董事长了啊！
They would settle the debts. She froze in disbelief. The children she raised for over a decade were now betraying her. Years ago she had adopted them from an orphanage, raised them as her own, and this was her reward. PPP. When she refused to hand over her shares, her adoptive son prepared to have her kidnapped. The secretary stormed in and scolded them for their ingratitude. Just then the hospital called. Her father had kidney failure. The double blow left her broken. She felt years of good deeds had brought her nothing. The secretary whispered that the accounts were empty. Workers still blocked the building demanding pay. The CEO went downstairs. She knelt and begged the workers for one more day. She promised she would repay them in full. Hesitant but moved, they agreed. To raise money quickly, she sold her house and car. Then she turned to her father, explaining her crisis. She asked him to lend her his surgery money. He agreed without hesitation, even comforting her, saying he was old and treatment didn't matter. She felt deep guilt. Her secretary called again. They were still short $6 million. The CEO thought of her old friend, but what she didn't know was that this friend had planned everything. She went to borrow money. Instead, her friend mocked her and demanded she sign over the company. When she saw her adopted children there too, she realized they had colluded with the friend. Their true goal was to steal her company and join forces with another group. What none of them knew, that group had been founded by the very little girl the CEO once helped. She had never stopped searching for her benefactor, and days ago she found the company's address. Now she came personally hoping to cooperate. At that very moment, while they tried to force the CEO to sign the agreement, the girl's assistant burst into the room.